Right, folks, I'm just reviewing a upcoming Spirit Box session. It is 12:30 at night here, and right at the beginning of this is something that when you do Spirit Box sessions, you end up scratching your head, wondering what the hell is this. So I'm gonna just play this and show you. Is Tom here? Are you serious? Is your name Tom? If your name is Tom, tell me your name is Tom. Could you say Tom for me, please? That was pretty self-explanatory, to be honest with you. I asked, is Tom here? Yeah, he's here. Now, very often we have a habit, or paranormal investigators new to the field have a habit of using a spirit box, and what comes up on it, they tend to make it fit. But there's little cases like that where it just fits too well, if you know what I mean. Let's play it again. Is Tom here? Are you serious? Is your name Tom? If your name is Tom, tell me your name is Tom. Could you say Tom for me, please? You know, as we know, the spirit box is a radio that's constantly scanning that the mute is disabled in it. So it's going through the stations, right? The first response was, yes, yeah, he's here. Then there was something else that was like a female voice. Now, there was a good few seconds until the last response, which sounded a bit like peace and love, but it actually sounded like the first response is like, yeah, he's here, which is a good distance when you're scanning a radio. So it's an interesting one, you know. Like, the more I do this, the more skeptical I become. But I cannot explain that. And what makes it kind of more difficult is it's a scanning radio with human voices in it. Now, did I get lucky and it just happened to have those words right when I asked, is Tom here? Yeah, he's here. You know, it's if it was pure pot luck. But because there's human voices in it, see, this is where some people like the spirit box, some people don't. And some of the older researchers, they definitely don't, because they would rather use static of a frequency that a lot of them use a frequency that is only permitted to be used by the government during a emergency and that. So nothing should come through on that except static, and that is what they use. And they won't touch. So a lot of them won't touch a spirit box with a barge pole. But you know, us that use the spirit box, you know, at times we know that there's something intelligent answering us back. You know, and the big question is, was that a response or not? And I can't tell you. But I can tell you that it's pretty interesting. Let's put it like that. Do you know? Yeah, I have said in the past, you know, I label things as responses. But as I grow with this, I tend to start to get more sort of skeptic in that. And I don't know if I'm getting too skeptic, if you know what I mean. You know, I don't know. But, you know, that was a pretty interesting capture there. Whether I was just potluck and that was said on the radio just as I asked that question, I don't know. But, you know, there has been times where something fitted and it seemed to have fitted too well. And that seems to be one of those, that to me, it seems one of those cases where it seems to sort of fit a little bit too well. But, I don't know. Tell us what you think, you know. You know, you know, this is why we keep doing this. Even though I don't know if we're ever going to get. You know, are we going to get an answer to the mystery behind all this? You know, I don't know, but yeah, that was pretty interesting. Whether it was a response or not, I just don't know. Do you know? And I don't know. Am I being too skeptic about this? Am I being a bit hard on this? I don't know, but I am pretty impressed. But I'm not going to label it as a response because I just don't know. You know? But it was interesting all the same. Folks, I will talk to you real soon, and I will get up that full spirit box session as soon as I possibly can. Now, this response happened within the first couple of minutes, first minute of the video. You know, inside the first minute of the video. So God knows what this spirit box session is going to turn up. So I don't know. It's all a mystery to me at the moment. Now, the reason why I brought up Tom is because Tom came up on the previous session. So I have to go through that one as well and see what I can get from this. You know, will I find any answers to that particular response? Will I find the same voice on that response? Will I find that same voice on the previous session that I done? I don't know. But I'll leave you with that clip again, and I will see you in the next one. Is Tom here? Are you serious? Is your name Tom? If your name is Tom, tell me your name is Tom. Could you say Tom for me, please?